Alright, hi everybody, it is me, Bonkai922. Um, I took a look and all the fucking summer animes are pretty much done. I got a lot of reviews to do. Toriko and the others things didn't come out yet, so... And I already got a message from a comment in my other video of the Taizai chapter review. This guy, Chicken Dinner, he was saying, "Yo, man, you're lacking on the reviews, man. Where are the streams? Are you fucking with us?" I'm like, what? So I basically told him, like, work has me ragged, and like, don't worry, they'll come back. And don't worry, yes, the streams will come back. I just, it's hard with a job and everything, but um, I'm gonna try to aim for Saturdays with the streams if it's possible. Um, but it's the way they do live streams now is different because you have to get an encoder or something. I'll go. They'll come back. They'll come back. But speaking of reviews, the summer animes are over, and I got some reviews to do. Here's the first one: Gatchaman Crowns Insight. Um, I want to say one thing though. Hoshoka Haki, he went on Facebook and he did a review of not only this, he did like a word, typed it in his thoughts on this show and Charlotte. And what he said about this show, he said like most people, most people, I think it was in the J room, wouldn't, they wouldn't like the show. And I can see what he meant by that. But I personally am going to throw a real curveball here. 9 out of 10. I know that's high. I know that's really high. But let's really think about this. There was no definite confirmed villain in this season. I mean that. There was no villain. Who was the villain? You look through episode 1 to episode 12, and you really think about it. Who is the villain? And guess what, people? There isn't one. I mean, you could make a case because there was one guy in the beginning of the show, the beginning of the season, who you could say was the villain. He basically was like, he created a different kind of crowds to combat Rui. And there was like a scene with him and Yuri on the rooftop, and you could say, "Oh yeah, he's the villain. He's the villain." No, he's not. He's not. Um, he's not the villain. Because basically he's only there to, certain other things. He's there to basically um make Rui see that crowds shouldn't be used. And that's what starts it. That's what starts this whole big thing with the elections, and that's what this season focused on. It was politics and elections, and I'm like, whoa, talk about a 180. I really think about it. I mean, last season was Cots and him trying to destroy the planet, and they stopped him. And in this season, we're talking politics. Oh, and basically this circles around the prime minister having an election and having a running mate against him being an alien, Gail Sandra. And here's the thing about it. I thought it was done well. I like the fact that, you really think about it. An alien as a prime minister, that's like Donald Trump is the... I'm not going there. Let's not go there. Donald Trump is president. I didn't want to make that comparison. It just came out that way. Anyway, You really think about it. He was the prime minister, and he really tried his best. See, he wasn't evil. It's just he tried too hard, and it just failed miserably. That's all there is to it. Because basically, he was taking in all the emotions and thoughts of everyone and trying to find a way to make everyone one, like one nation. You know what I mean? One in mind. And it was bad because basically what happened was he thought you put in all the thoughts and he would have a huge belly and shit gale, and he released it, and oh, these weird things showed up that were basically like cotton candy. Well, not cotton candy, like candy canes. They're like red, white, and blue. Um, and this resulted in a huge confrontation that basically resulted in the final conclusion of um, finding a way to change the, as they say, atmosphere. That was the villain. And I know that's weird to say, but that's what it was. It was basically trying to change things, change the atmosphere of everyone. In order to do that, the Gatchamans had to actually. I don't want to. I'm not going to say what happened because then I'm spoiling. But basically, they had to look into themselves and find a better, a more different way of solving this problem. But I will say this, and this is another thing: Tsubasa, who seemingly takes on the role of the main character and not Hajime. Hajime does take on a role. She takes on the senpai role, and I thought it was done well. I thought she did it well. Tsubasa, I mean, she faltered in the show a few times. I liked her, but her she was naive at times. At times, when she was very supportive of Gel, and she was very defensive, but that really was pushed aside eventually. But I thought this season was good, 9 out of 10. I'm not joking around when I say that, especially when it concerns with Hajime in the final episode. Hajime in the final episode, wow, that's something we haven't seen in Hajime at all. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I'm gonna be spoiling. But I really enjoyed Gatchaman Crowd's Insight. I really did, to a certain extent. It was a change of pace because you're like, oh, who's the villain? There is no villain. The villain is something. The villain was something that wasn't real. The environment. It was. You could even say it was public opinion. Public opinion. You think about that. Public opinion. That's what it basically was. It was the fact that Gel, he, you, you don't want to say he fucked it up, but he turned the atmosphere, the environment, the concept of everyone's opinion in a bad way, and it had to be corrected. They had to change the atmosphere. They had to change it for the better, and that's what the enemy was. And in order to do that, the Gotchamans had to really go against each other to a certain extent. I mean, you'll get the whole gist when you see the final episode, but I thought it was done well. I'm wondering if there's gonna be a season 3. I really don't think so, but I would be interested, definitely. I definitely would see a season 3 if they pulled it off, if they put it back. But Gotcha McCloud's Insight, surprise. I would say this was a surprise. If I were to call this anything, this was like a sleeper. Like it didn't occur to me how good this show was. I mean, I watched every episode and I thought, okay, it's okay. I mean, I mean, it's politics. I mean, there was no real, there was fighting here and there once things got out of control, but majority was just politics. And you're like, how can you make an anime on politics? But they did it, and they did it to a certain extent very well. And I enjoyed it. This should be uploaded later today when I get back from work. Um, when I get back from work, I'm going to try to do the others. There's a lot. A lot. I don't think I'm going to review them all. Um, the ones that are on the teeter, listen, okay, I don't know who watches this anime, and I know a lot of people keep telling me, Bonkai, get rid of that shit. That shit is stupid. Don't watch it. Of course, I'm speaking of Nana Biori. Ah! I'm probably not going to review that. I can't review that because it's silly. Me reviewing that is like, it's impossible to review that. I can't review it. But that'll be off the block. I'll watch none I'm doing. I'll finish it, but I won't review it. Everything else I'll probably review. The vampire anime, Soma, Gangsta, what else? Charlotte, Gate, Shinomita. There's a lot. So I'm going to review those. Also, last bits. Finish this off. Like I said, Gatchaman Kraus didn't say good shit. I'm going to do another video. Now, it seems to me like the fall, this is it. I'm watching 6 shows. There's 3 others that I might take a look at, but those are basically season 2s and 1 new one. But aside from that, these are the 6 shows. I'm going to say it right now to end this video. Young Blackjack, Noragami, K Return of Kings, Haikyuu 2, the Gundam anime. You know I'm watching that shit. I am on a you guys, I'm on a Gundam high. And One Punch Man. That's it. Those 6. I'm not watching anything else because it is very stressful. Plus, I'm still watching Tora. So that's another thing to consider. So it's just those 6. I am not watching anything else. I will, might as well stay here. If you guys want me to watch another anime or set animes from the fall season, drop a comment in the comment section of this video, on my YouTube channel, or message me on Facebook. Of course, if you message me on Facebook, it's my real name. You'll have to find me. I'm in the J room. I'm sure you guys can find me. Anyway, that's the story. I'm Bonkai922. Or you can message me on Skype. I'll see you guys later. Gatchaman Crowns and Saito! In Saito! It was a good show. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Hajime was really emotional last episode. Good shit. Good shit. See you guys later.